What's up everybody, my name is Jared, aka the Sinister and welcome to another video. Thank you guys for joining me on this channel. Welcome to the first official after getting the car kind of video. So this video is going to be covering the GM valve spring recall. Now this is something that has started at the end of last year. Basically any cars made in between, it seems to be June and the end of 2020, maybe even the start of 2021. I'm hoping they fixed it by now. So I kind of want to dive into this, let you guys know what the issue was, what they did to resolve it, and have it had any issues since. I want to document every part of this traveling that we're doing with this new car, because again, YouTube channel and it's our first one. So any little problem that we're going to have, we're going to document it here. Subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. We do everything bow tie related, but we also do a lot of other car stuff too. It doesn't matter. We just love automotive stuff, and I just have a kick for bow ties for right now. So it might change in the future. We'll have to see about that. If you have not seen the last video, here's the picture of what my valve spring looked like. As you can see on the circled red area, there's a spring with a crack in it. It's not supposed to be there. Now, the good news for us is that all we did was they got a brand new set of valve springs that you can see here. They replaced every single one of them after breaking the motor apart and making sure that everything is kosher, all the sleeves, pistons, heads, all that stuff is good, and it was. So it was just the valve springs, thankfully for me, because I didn't get into it and it was only 5 miles on the car. There's no break-in period in the car, but I think we've owned about, this is our 4th brand new car right now, and we always do a break-in period, and it seems to help the car a lot better than just ripping it straight from the start. And I know the C8s have a 250 or 500 mile break-in period, where the ECM actually limits how far it can go up the speedometer. And once you get to that mark, it unlocks the rest of it so you can go wide open throttle. So I like that about it. So I just do it my own personal thing. So thankfully, because I did not get into it, all it was with the valve springs, they replaced them. And this is what my car looked like in the shop. Very depressing, but I knew that they could do what they need to do. It's not a dealership issue. It's not the dealership's fault at all. I'm gonna leave their information down here if you wanna contact them for your next vehicle, because trust me, they've helped me so much along this whole entire trip. They've done everything they can to make this whole experience better. I've asked them so many questions about the whole buying process, and they answered every single one of them without hesitation. So I love that about it. Thank you, Scott, over at New Bern Chevrolet. Thank you, Tim, for working on my car, who is also a 2.0 turbo Camaro owner who has a bagged Camaro. I mean, check this bad boy out. You see this thing? That's how I knew my car was in good hands, because our Camaro owners, I mean, we look out for each other, right? Pretty cool dude, check them out on Instagram and all that good stuff. Basically what they did was they changed the valve springs. All of them were changed out, not just one. And they did some tests. They put a few extra miles on the car, and they said it was ready to go. They ordered the parts on Monday, got it on Tuesday, got it in the car, did testing, and Wednesday we had set it up because I wanted to get it here. There was a threat of snow coming this way. I didn't want the salt to get up underneath the car and everything like that. So with that threat, I was just like, look, I hate to do this because I want to put miles on it. I want to come get it myself, but I had them transport it to my house. So somebody got in the car and drove it to my house, and everything's fine. They got here fine, no issues, no dents, nothing like that. But they got here to my house. I was so thrilled about it. You would not believe. I finally get in the driver's seat of it. And we'll go over that in another video. We'll do the walk around and a first drive and all that kind of stuff. But just want to let you know, there's been no issues with the car. I put like 260 miles on it or something like that now. So we're past the halfway point of the 500 mile break-in. But everything's performing well. There's no issues or anything like that. There's a little bit of a burning smell, which is like a new exhaust smell. It's probably going to go away in a week or two. That's usually how new cars do. There's no issue, no warning lights. Everything is perfectly fine. I got the easy side of it, apparently, because let me just show you. This problem originally came out like at the June, August, like that kind of era last year with the C8 Corvettes. They thought it was an LT2 spring problem. I don't know if it just wasn't tested that well, like heat tested that well, and they just kind of break over time, or what happened exactly, but it seemed to be plaguing the C8 Corvettes more than anything around that point. Now, again, if you did not know, if you don't keep up with the whole Chevy thing, we did have the whole pandemic kind of thing happen, so that slowed things down. That we also had, they had protests at the factory that actually make the cars, so that slowed things down tremendously. That's what made the wait so much longer. but thankfully they got back up, they got what they needed, and they went back to what they were doing. But somewhere along the way, they got some faulty valve springs, and the C8s seem to be experiencing it. I'll try to throw up some images if I can find them here and just let you see. This is what a 57-mile C8 looks like. The rocker was kind of off kilter on the top of it. I mean, it just looked so bad. I'm sure they had to do a full top-end piston rebuild, everything on that car. I feel bad for that guy because he probably waited about 15 months or 12 months to get that car. So that's a whole big thing. And that's all because of a faulty valve spring. Another issue, 2021 Chevy Tahoe that had the same exact issue. Some oil that kind of got through there, and there was pretty much the rod inside was bent at a 30-degree angle. That's not good. That's a very, very big mistake there. It's not just something that's going to be plaguing the ZL1s. It's not something that's plaguing the C8s, but it seems to be the whole GM lineup. It's like hit or miss on whether you get it or not. So if you get a brand new car, be easy on it. Even though it doesn't have a break-in period, break it in easy so that if it does have an issue like this, that it will be minimal downtime. So just take it from me. I'm hoping they get this thing fixed, this little bitty thing causing so many issues for people that order cars like this. This is the first car that I've ever ordered myself. So it was a long wait, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it again just because I don't like waiting for stuff. If you have not seen yet, if you haven't been caught up, check out my last video. We got a brand new car for the channel. I haven't done a build on this channel yet because both of the vehicles that I have are already done. So this is the very first build that we have on this channel, and it is a 2021 Camaro ZL1 1LE. It's brand new. I basically got to build it straight out of the factory like I wanted it, instead of just buying it off the lot. Unfortunately, we weren't able to buy it from a dealership because it wasn't the right spec that I wanted that we could find, because not many people are trading these cars in. But we were able to work with a dealership and wait about 5 or 6 months or so before we actually got our own. After all that wait, we finally got it. 5 miles into it, we got the keys and everything. We went across the street, and of course it broke on us. So if you want to get the details and see that fun video on the big reveal and everything, be sure to check out our last video. But for now, I kind of want to make this video before we kind of get into the car, because the car is home now. It's been a week later since that video, but that car actually got here on Wednesday. And ever since, I have been ripping up the streets trying to get it that 500-mile break-in. Even though it didn't have a break-in period, I still wanted to put that 500-mile on there just to make sure our valve springs are A-OK. This is the update. This is where I'm going to leave it today. Be prepared for some really cool videos with the new car coming up. I might ask for your opinion on things or need help with stuff. I know I'll definitely need help with picking some tires, because that thing has some like racing slicks on it, and I don't think that'll be great for the street. So let's save that for the track. So if you've got any recommendations on that, leave a comment below and let me know. I've been hearing stuff about the Michelin Pilot Sport Cups, 4s and the 2s and all that stuff. But I just want to see, are there any better options out there for what we need for regular street driving? So we've got nothing to worry about. If you haven't already, check us out on Instagram, because I'm going to be posting a whole lot of pictures on there and the progress of the updates. We've got at least one mod that will be going on very soon that I'll be teaching you guys how to do. We'll be also throwing in a bunch of other different car stuff along the way, truck stuff, car shows, drive-ins, anything I can possibly get my hands on. I'm gonna make a video on it and give it to you guys. Follow us and keep up with the build. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you do want to see content like that. We love cars, all sorts and kinds of cars. And be sure to like this video if it did in any way, shape, or form, because it does help our channel get seen by more people. So we appreciate that. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so very much for joining us on this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Let's get into the fun videos in the coming days, and I hope to see you guys there. So thank you guys. Don't forget, always remember, stay sinister.
Perfect.